Hello.
We are ready. That
What's
was our
up?
new transition. I
Made it.
don't have my hat on.
In time.
What's going on, guys?
For you audio listeners, I didn't have my hat on. I had to stop the
No.
podcast and put my hat on.
No, he has his hat on. He's fully assembled at the moment. What's going on, guys? I am Captain Stiffy, otherwise known as JD.
Or John.
Or John. They call me JD in these parts.
I'm Ilocano SC.
That's your name.
That's
Period.
it. That's
your
my
name.
name on Twitch. That's my name on
Okay.
Facebook. That's my name on Switch. I need a whole platform of all things. I think I use the same name for everything. So. What's up, The Vision Matrix? Happy Friday.
And what's up, everybody? I'm Mr. Top Hat Jones over here, also known as Eric. That's my given name.
That's my real life name.
My real name.
He's a real boy. So,
Wow,
anyway,
we're like
guys,
really shifted over.
it does.
Oh yeah.
It does seem kind of
It's like you're cut off.
a little more. We're seeing a lot more of the outside
There you
world
go.
than we used to. Okay. Alrighty. Hello, good morning, and welcome, gamers. We are FPS Guides. Our goal is to bring the gaming community together with reviews, guides, news, and clutch plays. In addition, we'll be talking about some juicy rumors, controversies, some random topics of discussion, and you'll find some facts, some opinions, and some really kind of dumb jokes, honestly. If you like what we do here, be sure to check us out at fpsguys.com and follow us on social media. We stream this podcast live every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/fpsguides. For all you listeners out there, FPS Guides Podcast can now be found on Apple iTunes Podcasts, Google Play Music, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, and also Alexa. So please check those out. We are a small community comprised of gamers, both young and old, who are just passionate about gaming. If you are interested in becoming a part of this community or perhaps even becoming a content creator, please hit us up at our website. We would love to hear from you. So, what you been up to this week?
I've been playing The Surge 2, which has been pretty fun. It's okay. It's not bad. I'm a little bit more down on it than you are, but
Okay.
it's all right. It gets the job
Fair.
done. It's a good filler game for now.
It's fair.
Been playing a little bit of Smash here and there, but not really too
I've been
much.
getting a little more into it recently.
But I'm just waiting for other games down the line. Waiting for Star Wars. Waiting for other stuff.
I'm
Really.
waiting for
So just playing The Surge 2.
Outer Worlds. It's my next thing, I
Yeah,
think.
Game Pass.
Outer Worlds.
That comes out the same day as Call of Duty.
And then Call of Duty, so luckily I don't have to buy Outer Worlds because it comes on Game Pass, so I'm going to get Outer Worlds on Game Pass, and then I'm going to buy Call of Duty. Probably going to be it.
Yeah.
But I've been playing The Surge 2, but I have a little bit more of a draw to it because I played the first one. And,
Yeah, I did not. I did not play it.
It's pretty cool. I'm still kind of working on a review for it and stuff. Yeah, I won't talk too much about it right now, but it's neat. If you're interested in that kind of game, I recommend it. And what about you? Sig? What you been up to?
I got 2 reviews for y'all. 2 this week.
Okay.
2. We Happy Few. It's on Game Pass. It's free. It's a psychedelic adventure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically, it's an alternate reality where I think the Nazis won. Is that what it is? Something like that.
I don't know how.
I don't know if it's the Nazis one specifically.
I
It's
don't
just
know.
a different outcome.
I know it's
of
like a
World War II.
specific.
Yeah, it's
It's a different
very
outcome.
weird. It's very weird. Basically, the world is like really grim and twisted, but everybody's dumbed down with these pharmaceuticals. They call them joy.
Mhm.
You take your joys to make you all happy and basically blissfully ignorant to the realities of what's really going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's at the beginning of the game. It started very similar to Detroit Become Human, where you just have choices to make. Like,
Okay.
do you take your joy or do you not? Just be mindful that if you don't take your joy, you got to try to act as normal as possible to blend in. Otherwise, you get outed, and then they'll take you in and force you to take your joy. But it's they got the writers of this game got really creative. It's actually pretty dang fun. I don't like these kinds of games, but this was enjoyable for me.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's why I'm very surprised because it's kind of a jankier game.
It's bizarre. It's weird. I thought it was just gonna be like wandering around again like Blair Witch. I kind of snake bitten from Blair Witch. Not enough action, But I mean, even just in the tutorial, trying to get out of your headquarters where you're at. I mean, you have to fight someone, and I actually lost to this, drugged up psycho clown looking dude. It's definitely way out there. I thought, because I'm not a big fan of like Insane Clown Posse or that
Right.
too far left field. But this, it's not that. It's just it's very.
It's like out there, but the writing makes it make sense.
Yes. It's try it, guys. Especially it being on Game Pass, it being free. Just give it a shot. It's not you're not gonna regret wasting an hour or two to try this game out. It's good.
Are you gonna
It's
continue
good.
playing it?
Maybe, but
Oh, it's
I don't have enough time.
Not that good.
Because we have to. No, well, here's the thing. We have to do a podcast every Friday, and
Yeah.
if I've got 2 hours to try out a new game to talk about, or spend that 2 hours to play an old game again, I don't know if it has enough. If I can make 4 hours, let's put
Like
it that way.
if it's enough to draw you away from other.
Yes,
other
because I
stuff.
still got to review the next game. What you're asking then is I need to block off 4 hours of time to play 2 hours of We Happy Few. It's almost there, but no. But I will play it again. I will
Okay.
play it again.
It's enough to bring you back in.
It's enough to bring me. Yeah, it's enough to bring me back in. I want to get to the point where I understand the story more, because I'm still kind of lost.
Okay.
It's like you take, in the Matrix where you take the, is it red pill or blue pill?
Yeah.
Blue pill, and then the realities start to unfold. Like I just stopped taking my joy, so I'm kind of figuring out how the world really is.
Mm-hmm.
It's really psychedelic, man. It's pretty cool. Pretty dang cool.
Creative.
I was impressed with how well done it is. The second game that I played was, since I couldn't make it to Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the beta.
Mm-hmm.
I've been hearing good things about the Call of Duty mobile,
Mm-hmm.
so I played
Oh,
it.
you tried it out.
Yo,
It's straight up.
it
Call
was
of Duty,
better
isn't
than
it?
I thought it'd be. I thought that playing a shooter on an
when
iPhone
did
would make me
that,
want
Was
to.
it hard? Like, was it difficult?
No, dude, I
It was
don't.
actually pretty easy.
Granted, the iPhone 8 and iPhone X, I have an 8 Plus. It has a stronger CPU than on the MacBook Air, or than the 13-inch MacBook Pro,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
right? So it's got
It's got the guts in it to do it.
oh yeah, it's got the power. There was no stuttering, no hesitation, nothing like that at all, and it was smooth. It was fluid. I was wondering where's my trigger button? Like, how do I
Yeah.
shoot?
Yeah. Where do you?
My weapon.
Where do you tap? Where do you touch? Yeah.
It's very the way they pull it off is both creative and elegant. There is no trigger button. Basically, you just got to put your crosshairs. It's the same with your right thumb. As you drag on the right side of the touch screen is your sight. You have to hold it over your target for like half a second, and then it just.
So it'll automatically shoot.
It'll automatically shoot for you, but you got to track him. You can't just like pass over him. You sort of got to track. It's a different type of skill. It's a tracking skill. Although technically, if you're good enough to track him, you'd be able to shoot him if there was a trigger button. Does that make sense?
That's really
Technically.
weird.
So you kind of got to
Okay.
track your target for like maybe half a second or a quarter of a second. It's almost harder than using a real trigger, but it makes sense. It makes sense. Like, you're not gonna make the shots that you wouldn't normally make if you can't aim for crap.
Right.
But it does make the shots that you would make if you could aim. It's genius.
And plus it being free, that's like
Yeah.
Pretty
super-
interesting. Wonder why they
super
didn't
good
actually
thing.
do like a shoot, because I mean there's been like first-person shooters for phones before,
Yeah.
but there would be like an actual shoot button.
An actual shoot button.
Like it would be similar where like on the bottom left side of the screen is a little like joystick
Yeah.
type of thing,
Yeah.
and then the whole screen itself you can aim with,
Okay.
and then on the bottom right there'd be like a shoot button or a grenade button and stuff like that. So it's actually kind of strange that it doesn't have that. It's interesting. I
What
wonder why they did that.
the cons to that setup is you have to
You'd have to take your thumb.
you
off.
have to fix
Yeah.
your thumb off of the look to fire.
Mm.
In this, you can run while look. Dude, I was blown away. I was like, this is
So it actually worked pretty well then.
a well designed that whoever did this. Tencent is the
well, Tencent is the publisher.
okay. Whoever the programmers were, or who made that executive decision to use this GUI, that was a lot of well thought It was well thought out.
That was a good.
I never thought on a mobile game that I can run, strafe, and look, and then it's elegant, man. And I can see why people are saying it's actually a viable shooter on a mobile.
I really like it. And some of the things I was saying, people are literally saying that it's like the best Call of Duty they've played since Modern Warfare 2.
No, I haven't played any other Modern Warfare, so I can't compare.
That's funny.
It's funny. I mean, it's probably not very far off because after Modern Warfare 2, it was like a couple of Call of Duties later, and then they started getting crazy and people started hating him.
I wonder how it runs on slower phones, because I mean the newer iPhones are pretty damn beefy. I'm just curious for any of y'all who might have tried it on a
They would have like
slower
a
phone.
Nokia or something like that.
Not even a Nokia, even like a Note. I think they're on Note 10
Non-touchscreen
now.
phone.
Oh, I'm sorry, Galaxy S10.
Numpads.
I'm curious to see how it would run on an S9 or S8, something like a 1 or 2 year old phone, if it'll still run as smooth as it did on the iPhone. But thumbs up for both games, man. I was expecting to not really like either. I was expecting to come here
It's a
this
pleasant
morning
surprise.
and rip them,
There
and
you go.
yeah. I played Call of Duty Mobile on the toilet again this morning. It's that good. I was like, let me fire this up again.
It's good. It's a good pooping game.
It's
It's a good pooping game,
It's a
guys.
good pooping game.
That's our SPF guys review. It's a good pooping
You
game.
could be standing in line at the customer service line at Walmart without your Call of Duty Mobile.
I'm just gonna wreck some fools.
Yeah.
You know, it's fine.
And there's a multiplayer. Man, y'all need to get on this because I want to
I'm not
try
gonna
that.
touch it at all.
I wanna add you guys, and I just want to see. You know,
I'm not even gonna
Roll in a
breathe
squad.
on it.
Wow.
I'll probably
I thought-
download it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you download it then now.
It's a mobile game. It's below.
It's a small game. It's below me. What?
Oh, and another thing,
That sounds
the
cool,
man, I've been reading a lot of statistics on mobile. The reason why there's a big push behind Apple, Google, and it is gonna be where the future of gaming is. It's gonna be less console, less PC. It is mobile. The reason why,
Stadia and stuff like that.
yes,
Everyone has a phone.
kids like children like Cade and his younger sisters, they play games on their parents' phones, and the parents will buy games, and the parents will buy all the microtransactions.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it makes so much more money.
Oh yeah.
And as these kids get older, we're accustomed to controllers. They might find controllers like archaic,
Like cumbersome.
Oh god.
they might be like, ugh,
No.
controllers, ugh.
I don't want to live on this planet.
You understand? Yeah,
I
you
do
what
understand, but
I
I'm
understand.
scared.
So-
I mean, they're completely wrong in all respects of the word wrong, but sure.
Well, it's a sliding perspective. Like things that that were cool to us are like not cool anymore. You guys are becoming the antiquated. You guys are becoming where my generation is.
Yeah, but
Controller
not
is going to
cool.
become it's a forced thing because the kids grew up without controllers. So now they look at controls and they're like that's ridiculous. Like why would you hold this?
Why don't I just touch the thing that I'm doing?
Exactly. It's similar to physical buttons on a cell phone. It just looks really dumb now.
That's true. Yeah, kids don't really understand what buttons are nowadays. I guess.
Right.
Everything's a touchscreen now.
You give them a phone with buttons, they'll just laugh at it. So when they get to be your age, they're gonna look at controls and be like, "This is kind of dumb." Like,
I guess. I think mobile gaming has a long way to go though to get to that point.
I don't know. I don't like mobile gaming. I don't want my fingers on the screen.
No, I don't like
So I'm
touching the
looking
screen. Well, that's me personally. That's
I'm
why I
like
don't have any touch
trying
screen.
to see the whole
computers
screen.
or-
I don't have a horse in the game. I don't have a horse in the race.
No,
I'm just
yeah.
trying to. I'm a casual. I'm an observer looking at why are people,
devil's advocate
why are
and stuff,
these
yeah.
big businesses pouring into mobile, and that's
As
why.
kids.
And Call of Duty Mobile is a great example of how it could be pulled off and still be enjoyable. It was not one of those I want to pull my teeth out trying to play this game.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, crap, like, ding, like, aha. It's there's a breaking point. They reached a breaking same way the iPhone reached a breaking point for a touch GUI. Before then, you couldn't imagine a phone without buttons because like how would you work it? Well, iPhone's like, well, this is how you work it. It's elegantly
within its
yes.
within itself.
like, here's the answer. and now buttons are antiquated. I don't know. I can see it.
I think mobile gaming will get there, and things like Apple Arcade and Stadia will help it because it's bringing bigger names and bigger developers and publishers to the mobile space. So it'll be taken more seriously that way as well.
I don't really know if controllers will become obsolete though.
No, there will always be a market for it. When I mean is right now the market share for controllers and mobile is sort of like a redheaded stepchild, like sort of like it's sort of mobile, like you said, mobile games are poop.
Yeah, they're not. They're just not my preferred way to play games.
Right, but as the kids where all they know is the mobile, it's gonna start.
Right, but they know that because mobile gaming is being taken more seriously because of bringing in higher end publishers, higher end games, higher end developers.
Yes.
Like that's it's all like helping each other to bring up mobile,
Yes.
pretty much.
And if I'm not mistaken, there's more money made in mobile games.
Oh my god, it's
than there
eclipses
are
eclipses
than
AAA.
console and PC put
lot.
together.
Oh yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
Way
So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just a matter of time. If you're a business, you go where the money's at. You follow the money. Like that could be why the games that we see for PC and console aren't really game. They're just reskin of the old engines. Because maybe the R&D is going towards mobile, and that's where the money's at. I'm sorry to break it to you.
I mean, yeah,
man.
no, I agree
that's
because
what-
mobile is where the money's at.
Sure.
But
Sure, I mean, if we want to
mobile has to get over that stigma of being
shit.
crap. Yeah.
That stigma is a stigma that is attached with a certain generation. That stigma does not exist to a younger generation.
I think it depends on the games. That's the landscape of mobile.
Yeah,
Which is
that's
why
true.
I'm bringing up Apple Arcade and stuff.
Like, for
It's like
example,
bringing better games. Mobile will be considered less garbage.
Fortnite is available on a mobile device, but will Cade ever choose to play it on that?
He does. He plays it.
When?
He plays it.
He chooses
when
to,
he
when
yeah.
he has the option to play other
Correct.
versions of it.
What?
Jutsuki's asking a question. Are kids trending to not owning a console or gaming rig? And the reason why this is a big thing is as these things are getting more expensive, there's going to be less of them in the house.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we're leaning. So that's why Microsoft's putting all their eggs in their basket for xCloud.
That's why this cloud.
That's why Stadia is such a threat.
Yeah, I see. I understand.
It's
But you also have the other side. You're always going to have the casual and the hardcore market with any subject, with
Right.
anything. So the casual will be more towards not buying the console. The hardcore will always try and get the best stuff. So there will always be two separate markets like that.
yeah. What I'm trying to focus on is the big. What I'm trying to emphasize is where is the brunt of the resources being
It's not mobile. Not
spent
currently.
on for the companies that make video games. They're going to focus more on mobile
Not right now, they're not. Not right at this very moment in time. Right now, they're not going to. In the future, down the line, sure, but right now, no.
I agree. Right now, no, but it's not the disparity is not as far as you think. The fact that Apple has spent as much effort that they did for Apple Arcade and Google Stadia, that's the writing on the wall.
Well, yeah, it's like everyone's like poised, you know, they're in pouncing position. They're like, all right,
Yeah.
is Stadia and xCloud gonna work? Yes. Whoosh. Like they're just waiting for that one barrier to be broken. Because the line between mobile and traditional gaming will start to blur once Stadia and xCloud work as advertised, quote unquote, maybe.
Right.
Because you're bringing in that AAA market
idea of
to
a mobile game, like a mobile.
So therefore, mobile as a whole will be seen differently,
'Cause it-
which will then help the other games in the mobile
Okay.
environment.
Because, like, in our eyes, mobile.
Does that make
gaming
sense?
was never
Stigma's a tough one to
play,
break.
yes.
Like
Does that make
minivans-
sense, though?
Yeah. Like minivans is a stigma that our generation hates. Although no matter how, they're never gonna kick that stigma for our certain generation. Mobile games will never be kicked for the people like us who have known a better option.
I guess so.
controller.
But what he's
But there's always
he's
gonna be a
saying
better
is-
option.
He's saying that the idea is that it's going to. There's not really going to be a mobile game anymore because once Stadia becomes a thing and you can play, the latest Fallout or the latest Call of Duty or the latest AAA God of War game can be played on your phone.
On your phone, you wouldn't buy the console anymore.
No,
You wouldn't buy the console
would.
anymore, and the
'Cause I'm
the
not
idea of a
pleb.
mobile game and like a AAA game would kind of be blurred to the point where they're, I guess, just games, and you just have.
Correct.
It's like, what do you prefer to play
little,
on?
You have little arcadey games, because that's what phone games are. They're little arcadey games, little puzzle games,
Yeah.
little time wasters, and then you have these big,
That like tell a story.
trilogies of stories and stuff like that, and then
Yeah.
it'll just be
Let me
just be games.
let's take for example GTA 6.
Mm-hmm.
If that got rolled out with mobile at the same time at launch with all the other platforms, I think that I would probably buy it on mobile.
I would never touch it on mobile. It's inferior to consoles.
Wait, what was the question? I was reading the chat.
I'm saying if GTA 6 at launch was in addition to the console's PC, if also the same game is offered in mobile, I would probably buy that game in mobile.
I would not.
You would not.
Not even
Dude,
close.
I don't
I
know,
wouldn't
man.
even consider
I
it.
can't-
I wouldn't even cross my mind.
Have you tried gaming on a phone
What's
for a long
what's this
period of
question
time?
say here by
Alright, so
Jutakai?
Jutakai
If everything-
goes on
I can't
saying
really read that.
the big developer of casuals after he says if everything is moving to a subscription based, how does a $1,000+ console fit into it?
There never will be $1,000+ consoles unless you're considering PC within those consoles. If you are, those are the hardcore gamers. Like that's the split in the market that we're seeing that will always be there.
Right. I guess
I will not get Stadia. I will not get xCloud. Like
I won't
why?
get it right
I don't need it.
now because I don't need it, first of all, and second of all, the technology I feel like is still
I
at
think it's gonna
adolescent
be
stages.
a big
and it's
old
not-
dumpster fire in the first year.
I don't think it's. I think that definitely is the future. I just don't think right now that technology is advanced enough to like be better than how I'm currently gaming. Like I don't want to like invest everything in the Stadia and then get the thing and then buy the latest game for Stadia instead of what I planned on buying it for and then have a worse experience because it doesn't
What does that
work
say?
well.
At this rate, PlayStation, it will be what?
A cool Billy.
Okay.
A cool
No, I just
Billy.
couldn't read that word. I didn't know what it said.
And he said people are willing to spend $1,000 or more on a phone, but not a console, which is true.
That's
I
true.
still stand by the Nintendo Switch should be a phone. It should be a dang phone. Nintendo put a SIM card in there and make billions.
A phone.
It should be a phone. I want to use my Switch as a phone.
Yeah, but a phone does so much more than a console, though. I don't think that's a fair comparison.
You know what's
You're just
gonna
taking
happen?
one aspect that each of them do is play games. All a console does is play games. A phone does like way more than that. So
If
Yeah.
if it gets
Of course
to the
people are spending
point
more.
where there's gonna be like this Google Stadia and xCloud and stuff become really big and people really are playing AAA titles and stuff on their phone, maybe like a gaming phone will start entering the market. Like Yahweh will come out with like a gaming phone that literally has joysticks and buttons on the phone, similar to a controller.
if a phone is $2,000, the hardware will close the gap between consoles. Sure, but
The phone
it will
is-
never be as good as a console natively. It just can't be. Streaming something over a signal is never as good as native rendering. It just isn't. It just isn't. Like, it's just not as good. Now, if you tell me that Stadia and xCloud will make it as good, all right, then maybe you got an argument there. But good enough is good for a lot of people. Good enough is good for a lot of people. A
It's
lot of the
not
casual
enough for
market
me,
is good with good enough, which is what xCloud and Stadia will be. Good enough. It'll be
Honestly-
an option, not a replacement, which is fine.
Honestly,
If you're traveling, sure, go ahead. Like, nothing wrong with that.
I'm just on it with the Division Matrix, so I just don't want to play on a little smudged up phone. It just sounds.
Yeah, it's not my experience. If I played God of War on a phone, I'd be like, this game, like, why? What am I doing? Like, this game is terrible on the phone. Like, it would give me a bad experience of that game. I don't want that. I want good experiences.
It'll still be there. I mean, like the high-end setups,
Mm-hmm.
which a console will end up being resorted to, will be categorized as a high-end setup. Having a console, $1,000 console, when it gets to there, is a high-end
Right.
luxury item.
I mean, you'll
So
never get
for the
there, but sure.
people that want to play on their big screen and their couch, they're gonna have to pay top dollar for it.
Because it's a better experience.
Because it's a
than
better
mobile.
experience. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna go away. I'm just thinking the main focus is gonna be towards mobile, and
So
it's
right now,
That would suck.
where
I
the
hate
money
that.
is mobile, and that's where the big guys are looking at.
yeah.
Who? Which big guys? No big guys are looking at that.
Well, I don't know.
Apple, not a big guy.
They're
Apple's kind of a big guy, dude.
they're pretty
Not
up there.
compared to Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo.
Apple's kind of a big
There.
guy.
I disagree, but that's fine.
Casting to a bigger screen, but using your phone as a controller will be an option. That still sounds like
That's also a true option.
not great.
Like
though.
turn your phone like sideways or whatever. Yeah,
does-
that's like
it
these
does-
are all good options for people
That's
that are
cool,
either
though.
traveling or don't want to straight up
But
buy
this-
a console and want to
these-
spend $1,000
Basically,
on a
what
phone
you guys
for
are
some reason.
describing are very casual gamer specific stuff. Like I'm not gonna want to sit down for like a 4 or 5 hour endurance gaming session, and then have my fingers cramp up because I'm playing on something that's not ergonomic. You know, I'm
Mhm.
playing like
And
a
plus, it's
phone.
gonna be laggy. It's
Like-
guaranteed to be
They
laggy.
They'll figure that stuff out. Like,
Yeah,
they'll
but
iron
how
the lag
far?
out.
How far down the road?
I don't
you know,
bro.
Like,
I didn't know I'd be watching 4K on a live stream. I didn't think that was back when YouTube was. It would take forever to buffer on like a potato resolution. Like it was. They'll figure that out. The lag, they'll figure it out. The
That's a killer, dude. If they don't figure it out immediately, people just drop the service. Not doing it.
the setups that we like, the consoles, they'll still be there. High-end gaming PCs are still there.
Yeah.
Right? They're not gone. They're still there. They're just not the main focus of, they're not gonna be the main focus of the people who.
This is where we
create video
disagree.
games. Yeah.
Vision Matrix saying, yo, Amazon can't even keep the audio synced on their live streams. I shut off the game last night. It was so bad.
Which game was that?
What do you mean, Amazon?
Yeah.
Division Matrix.
Little confused. Elaborate a little bit.
Well,
For the podcast listeners on the chat, Division Matrix said Amazon can't even keep the audio synced on their live streams. I shut off the game last night. It was Thursday Night Football.
Oh, the game.
Oh, the real game.
The game. Okay.
Gotcha.
See,
Well, I mean,
we're talking about. You're talking
Talking
about
about virtual here.
the
You're talking
game
about real
last
game.
night. He means like sport. One of those things.
I mean, that's a little
The
unfair.
game
so
last-
that's a little unfair.
that's-
Okay.
that's a little funny.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just randomly gonna know what you're talking about. Sure.
That's all right. That's funny.
Yeah, Division Matrix. I didn't catch that. There are going to be bugs to be worked out. I'm glad they're doing it. I'm glad you could watch Thursday Night Football on Amazon, and not having it's good for the cord cutters and the cable the non-cable people to just to watch it online.
Yeah, if you want your
Amazon will have that button down because you can watch these pirated content on Reddit, for live streams of games and
which is what I do. All
and
the
the
time.
audio is synced up. So
if you want to pay for what seems to be a poorer quality stream,
actually, it
instead of
was
just going
free.
to Reddit.
I didn't see.
It was
It's free. You just go to the Amazon.
Oh, it's free.
Yeah, you
All
were
right,
able to
then
watch.
that's fine.
Yeah, you.
Well, no. Well, I don't. Was it through the Amazon app or was it through just like Fox Sports app or whatever? Because I
No.
remember watching last Thursday's game
Coffee in there?
and Fox Sports on the Fox
Some.
Sports app.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks, dude. The Fire TV. I have a TV with Fire TV built in, and it was right there on the home screen when you turn TV on. It said Thursday Night Football. I said,
Was it an Amazon like?
It was
banner?
one of the Amazon. Yeah,
Okay,
it was one of the
'cause
Amazon.
I have Roku.
apps.
I don't
Yeah.
have Amazon. So
Yeah.
when it was just like, just go to Fox Sports app. And I was
Yeah.
like, click, and then I was right there. And I was like, oh, okay, so...
Bro, I clicked it and I thought I would need to enter your credentials, enter your logins for Spectrum or whoever.
No.
No, I just started playing the game. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa! I'm like, I'm watching football.
Because it's Thursday Night Football, like it's on regular TV, right? So I don't think you can
yeah?
gate that. I'm not sure. Or no, it's on ESPN, I think, right? Or no, Monday Night Football's on ESPN. Thursday Night Football is on Fox.
I don't know.
think.
It's on Amazon now, so boom, let's keep it up. Let's go. Let's
Yeah, they have a deal with NFL Network. It's a good deal. It's
It's
a
a-
really good deal.
But yeah, they're gonna iron out those lags. They're gonna iron out all that.
I think they will, but I think it'll be too late. I think people will jump ship. Be like, no.
For what? For games?
Yep. They'll jump on the xCloud Stadia, be like, this is laggy, I'm not playing this, and then they'll just go back to what they've been doing. Be like, this sucks. And then maybe a year down the road, when it's like, we fixed all our problems. Be like, all right, let me jump back in and try it. Oh, still laggy. All right, still sucks.
Yeah.
Like, you can't mess up out of the gate, and they will because it's new technology. You have to mess up.
I hear you.
So it's like, how far will you get?
Thanks, bro. The
Yes, I know that's true.
fun
We
fact.
still on? We still on it?
No, we're about to move
Topic.
on. Yeah,
PS4 processor, 8-core at 1.8. Is that what that says?
8 cores at 1.6 gigahertz on a PS4 processor, and the iPhone 11 CPU has 4 cores at 2.9 gigahertz.
All right. Which one is $400 and which one is $1,000? Interesting question there.
So the iPhone 11 processor.
Yeah,
They're beefy,
so,
man. They're beefy.
So
is-
like, that's not a fair comparison at all. So
So
disregard that.
iPhone 11 processor. I don't know what those numbers mean. Someone tell me. The iPhone 11 processor sounds.
That means it's just
It's
it's got
basically-
juice. It's got juice flowing through it.
Yeah,
It's
you
got
just-
some power.
You're trying to give a
No,
comparison. It's got half the cores but twice the speed.
PS4 also did launch in 2013. You are
Okay.
correct, Division Matrix. Cannot forget that. It's a contextual statement, so that's important to...
A gaming phone would be crazy.
They have that.
I don't.
That
yeah,
exists.
I don't know that.
That
I don't,
exists.
I
Razer
don't
makes
know
it.
that a gaming phone per se would be
Or Asus makes it, I'm sorry.
any more appealing than an iPhone 11 that can game. Because Razer makes one,
I think Asus does as well.
and Asus does, and I think there's one more company that makes one. I don't. There's something off-putting about a gaming phone. Like,
but not a gaming console.
I'm talking about phones, just a phone, like a sexy iPhone 11 or iPhone 12 that has enough guts to game is way more appealing than a Razer.
Yeah, because it can do other stuff. It's like
Right.
it's marketed as
Correct.
a phone that can game, not a gaming phone.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Because when you market something as a gaming phone or just like a whatever phone, it's like, oh, I'm only gonna use this. In the consumer's mind, immediately it's like, I'm only gonna buy this if I'm gonna
You're
game.
worried
yeah.
it doesn't do.
Like other
The
stuff
other
that a
phone
phone would
stuff.
do.
yeah, that's good.
You know,
Yeah.
like I don't want to be like, oh great, I have great resolution on my screen and it's a nice big screen, but it drops calls every 5 times. Like, yeah, that pissed me off. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, did you say he put a correction? PS4 is actually a dual processor.
Yeah.
A dual core
Yeah.
or dual.
Well,
I don't know.
again, the price difference is staggering. So,
Dual core.
Well,
but hey, look at the amount of stuff they've done on that dual core.
These-
Looks good.
These are the things I don't understand as a layman's person who doesn't understand this crap. I mean, it says
I mean,
like
you can
it
figure out
says
dual core.
a dual
2
core,
cores.
but there it
Dual
says
processor,
8
dual
cores.
processor.
What's going on? Is it 2 or 8? I mean, is it 16? What? I don't know, man. What the hell? Someone explain, please. What is
That's right, Division Matrix.
What is
Comparing old
this?
hardware to new hardware.
You're comparing 6-year-old hardware to brand new, though.
Oh yeah? Try
Yeah.
unplugging your PS4 and see how long you can game for. You gotta understand, they're doing this on a phone that runs on batteries and that's gotta still last almost a full day. Like, life first, gaming next, but it could still game.
It's new tech, though.
Pretty damn impressive.
I'm not saying it's not impressive. It's just new tech. That's why it's.
Yeah,
That's
it
why
is new
these
tech.
comparisons don't matter. Because
Yes.
it's new tech.
Yes. But if an iPhone 11 can game as good as a PS4, which is current gen right now,
Can't, but that's fine.
which is current gen right,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't.
It can't though. It can't.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
Are you talking
the
about the
processing
actual
power
gaming
of the
experience?
chip? The chip on the iPhone 11 can crunch numbers almost as good as a PS4.
Wait, actually,
Okay. So you're just
That's
talking about
damn
the
impressive.
actual
Actually,
rendering
yes.
process, not the actual I'm gonna sit down and play a game.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm talking about the capabilities of the phone. Is
Alright, that's cool and all, but again, it's new tech, bro.
one of my boys
Like,
was just geeking out about the new phone last night.
It's new
actually.
tech. Of course I can do that. It's new tech.
I like it. I like where it's going. I like that. I like simplifying my
Yes.
life. I like if everything was just on a phone, I would like to just play on a phone.
The new.
I would
the new,
never touch. I would
The
never
new-
do that. I would never lower myself to gaming on my
The
phone.
new Apple phone
such a
chip
casual.
has an A13, which can do 1 trillion operations a second. There you go.
1 trillion operations a second.
Yes. That's pretty crazy.
1 trillion operations per second.
You know, I don't know a whole lot about that stuff, but I know how to read what somebody else tells me that I hear secondhand. So
Okay, the PS4 still got it because according to NBCNews.com, it says that the PS4 can,
1.84 trillion
trillion
operations.
operations. They got 'em.
Correct. Apple.
Yeah, you stick that new tech.
Yeah, crapple more like it. Get out of here. Okay. So,
Alright.
so I mean, we come to the agreement. For now, we're gonna see both of them. You know, will one of them disappear?
I'm glad to see mobile gaming
Maybe.
rise.
It's not gonna disappear.
Maybe.
It's not gonna disappear. Yeah, it's, not
But
gonna
it will. Yeah, but I think it's more like what you're saying. Will console become more of like a luxury item?
It's gonna be a luxury.
And it'll be
it's
like-
getting there already.
Where like it's like, oh man, it's so nice to sit on my couch and play a game as opposed to
What?
crouching on the toilet.
Luxury, dude.
I don't know.
What?
What? Never mind, dude.
Let's
Whatever.
go- we're just gonna
Okay.
we're gonna digress again for the rest of the show. we haven't actually gotten through a single bullet point today, guys.
Yeah, we're talking about crappy mobile games.
Yeah, freaking mobile games. Good job.
But it's cool to see mobile games be taken more seriously because of, again, Apple Arcade is really helping that out. Be like, let's get actual developers and actual publishers
How
down.
do we get on this? Oh
So,
yeah, we were
that's
talking
good.
about the mobile Call of Duty. Is that on? Can you play that on a Mac? Since it's on the app store.
You could play it on.
As console prices rise, the options will be gaming rig or phone.
You can. You can play it on an iPad.
But if you have the
If it
option
runs
of a gaming
iOS.
rig, you have the option of a
iOS
console,
is
and the
their-
console will always
is
be
their
less than the
mobile
gaming
option.
rig. So you always have
Mac
all those
runs
options
OS
because the prices
OS
are different.
It's different.
It's a different
I
option.
think. I think that's what you're maybe trying to say.
I see. Vision Matrix says, I'm probably a minority here, but I'll take an expensive rig and a cheap phone over the alternatives. I'm probably in the same boat. Yeah, I don't really care too much about having the latest phone.
Yeah, like I don't have any games on my phone. My phone isn't meant for games.
I have.
like-
I get it. You guys are too close to the topic. Like you're thinking with your feelings instead of
I have pooping games.
just looking at it as an alien.
No, but I already agreed with you that mobile game is on the rise because of all these things that we just stated.
Yeah, but I want you to go one step further with me. I want you to go one step further with me
Which
and
step?
mourn
No,
that.
I'll never do that.
Mourn!
Yeah,
No.
I want you to be with
Feel
me.
with
Yes, I want you guys to mourn with me that 15 years from now,
I'll make a bet right
Consoles
now
and-
that
and
15 years from
PCs
now,
were gonna be a
consoles will still
luxury
be
item.
around.
Lunch?
I'll make a.
15 years from now?
I'll make.
Hey,
Yeah.
remember that bet we made 15 years ago? Only sushi.
Yo, let's go!
Yeah. Consoles will still be around 15 years from
Yeah,
now.
they'll still be around. It's just gonna be such a very niche thing.
There'll be less people with
Okay,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Consoles are niche anyway.
There'll be
The
less
CEO of
people
Sony
with-
said so
Correct.
himself.
Like when we
So-
were growing up, everybody we knew had an Xbox 360 or a PlayStation 3
Correct.
That were
or a
gamers, yeah.
GameCube
Correct.
or something along those lines. These people had consoles and they used them religiously. Now,
Not so much.
not so much.
Not so much.
Now, I mean, I don't even use my consoles anymore.
Yeah, again because of the games. You know,
That's
like you
because
said,
I'm-
the games are
but
are
it's the-
bringing mobile up.
I'm getting sucked.
But without the games, mobile will never be taken seriously.
PC Master Race stuff.
Oh man, I love it.
F your
I love
feelings.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
F is for friends.
Is mobile gaming the Bella Thorne of gaming? Listen, I don't want to hash up this topic again. I don't know why everyone hates on Bella Thorne. She's a talented person, all right? She's directed her own adult film, and she's winning an award or nominated to win an award for it.
I know if I had a daughter, I'd be like, you know what, Bella Thorne, that's an example right there.
Yeah, well, you know what? If I had a daughter and she was winning an award for directing an adult film, I'd be proud.
For those that are out of the loop, that's Bella Thorne.
She was on Disney Channel, on Step It Up. I don't know why I know that.
Why are we talking about Bella Thorne? Is she in a video game?
No, because Killer Los is like mobile gaming, the Bella Thorne of gaming.
Oh, true. That's yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I see where you're getting there, Kilos. I agree. She's the Bella Thorne of gaming. Oh, jeez. All right. Well, are we?
We didn't even start anything. We didn't start a topic.
We might as
what
well.
What time is it? Should we just jump to the rumor section right now? Like,
we'll just talk about things that we want to talk about, I guess.
All right, we should crap on Ghost Recon because it's not doing.
Ghost
so
Recon
hot.
Breakpoint sucks. Don't get it. Moving on. No.
yeah, I heard it sucks real bad. I heard it really sucks real bad.
It sucks
It's
very
bad.
It
Really
is,
bad.
it is very not good.
Yeah, so it came out
That's so
today.
sad.
If you guys saw, like, part of our thumbnail was Ghost Recon, and Destiny 2 Shadowkeep also comes out today.
Mm-hmm.
Or it came out on the 1st, actually, I'm sorry. But basically, there's no score on Ghost Recon yet on Metacritic. However, there's a user score, I'll tell you that. It's a 3.1, baby, because it is
3.1. Yeah, you guys might as well get Call of Duty Mobile. Don't play this game.
Yeah, don't. A lot of the reviewers that I listen
Yes.
to, ACG, SkillUp, Layman, they've all been like, yo, this game sucks. Like, do not play this game. Enemy AI, bad. Story, bad. Visuals, bad. Except for the world. The world looks good.
The environment doesn't
Progression
look very
system,
nice.
bad. Microtransactions, bad. Buying your way through the game, bad. Like,
Buy your way to the game. Or you
Forgot-
can like buy a tank to like come in and get inside the tank and just cheese through a whole.
no,
area.
like you buy your skill. You can buy skill point packs.
For anybody that are actually fans of the Ghost Recon franchise, like I got introduced through Wildlands and I liked it. But one of the podcasters I listen to, his name is John from John's Arcade and from VGO podcast. He said that there was always a clear line between the Division franchise, Division 2, and Ghost Recon. Ghost Recon was more of a tactical.
Yeah, just like, huddle down,
Yes.
think about your move.
Whereas Division, the Division, you can kind of go in there and just
kind of
gung ho, bang, bang, bang,
Yeah.
and he said that Ghost Recon Breakpoint, that tactical aspect
It's
of
just
it,
non-existent.
it's gone now. It's the Division in the jungle. There's no separation.
It's like
between
the
Which
the
sounds
Division
terrible.
in a
Sounds
huge
terrible.
in a huge open map.
right.
I mean, Division already is an open map, but like it's in a city.
More open, yeah.
Now you're in like a valley and mountains.
Which is sad because I mean there are, like myself, I'm fan of like the tactical aspect. I like
you really like Wildlands,
Yeah.
and Wildlands did much better than 3.1.
Yeah. Yeah, like I remember I was listening to Randall Thor 19, he's a YouTuber I follow, and he was just like, man, the enemy AI and the microtransactions, just combining those two, just are terrible. Like
That's
everything,
really funny.
everything. You in Ghost Recon fashion, enemies die in one hit if you shoot them in the head. That's
Right.
that's the whole staple of that series.
right.
That's still the thing with this
Realistic
one.
tactical,
However, you have microtransactions to like perk up your guns and like put more damage on your guns. Why do I need to spend money on my guns if everything dies in one hit? Like the systems just are at each other's throats. They don't mesh well, which is just
it's just not
garbage.
it's
Like
just
come on,
not-
Ubisoft. Like
it's not well
Ubisoft's
thought
trying to
out.
take their copy and paste strategy and apply it to all their games, and it's ruining all their games.
Yep.
That's interesting that the AI really is that bad because I saw someone like an early playtest video of someone like trying to sneak by somebody and it was like broad daylight and he was like on prone and just like walking like adjacent to a guard just standing there. This is broad
Yeah,
daylight.
ACG, Jim Sterling.
If you just prone next to enemies, you're just invisible. They have no idea.
yeah, Skill Up, they all say the same thing. Like
That's no bueno.
not good.
All right.
Not good.
No bueno.
moving on to our other headliner, we actually have we're just going to talk about headliners pretty much because that's all we got time for. So sorry. But this just in being Monday, Sony Interactive Entertainment Worldwide Studios chairman Sean Layden, this is the guy that runs PlayStation Studios, like the guy, has left abruptly from PlayStation without any tweet, any press release, nothing. There's only one tweet from PlayStation that said pretty much like, Sean's been with us for whatever amount of time. You know, he's been influential in these past 30 years or whatever. Thanks for everything, Sean. And that was it. Just a tweet. Nothing. And Sean Layden himself has not been tweeting. He has been active on Twitter, though. He's been liking tweets that have been like, oh, I hope you do well in your next endeavor, Sean. He likes all those tweets. So this to me seems like a very abrupt breakup kind of from the chairman of PlayStation Studios leaving Sony. It's kind of a big deal.
I don't know what's going on there.
And then the next news, 48 hours later, Sony Interactive Entertainment Asia president. Let me look at this name real quick.
Atsushi
Morita. Yeah. He's also leaving, but he's retiring. He's like 65 years old or whatever. He's retiring. And the difference in these two people leaving is that when Morita left, there was a press release like, hey, thank you for your service. This guy's going to replace you, blah, blah, blah. Which is totally normal. That's like a normal changing of the guard. None of that was done for Sean Layden.
Interesting.
So that's very weird.
So Sean wasn't let go, or this wasn't planned or anything. He just bounced.
That's what it seems like he did.
That's what
he
it
just
sounds
left.
like. He just bounced.
There's rumors going around that it's like an internal power struggle within PlayStation because Jim Ryan is currently the head of PlayStation, so he's above Sean Layden. And the rumor going around is that Ryan wanted to do one thing, Layden wanted to do another thing, and they've been clashing.
And they're kind of clashing with what to do with the future of Sony gaming and stuff.
Yeah, so that's a pretty big deal for PlayStation, especially because PS5 is coming out next year. This is a transitional generation. This is not a good time to have turmoil or you know, like a rough patch in your management.
I wonder if this is any way related to PS or PlayStation coming out and saying that, or Sony coming out and saying that all PlayStation games will be crossplay.
Maybe.
I'm not super
sure.
Maybe that was part of the disagreement, you know?
Yeah, because the day after Sean Layden left, Sony did come out and say crossplay on PS4 is now available to all developers to use it in their games.
This is pretty big news, actually. I mean, like, over the past half a year or so, we've seen PlayStation or Sony coming out and making a few games crossplay. Remember, like, when we first started this show, they were like, no games.
And then Fortnite and Rocket League got into the beta.
Rocket League, and now they're just like, all right, all games. So, and to be the day after Sean Layden left, maybe Sean was not happy with that.
Maybe he might not have been.
Want that.
I know Sean Layden was kind of more old school. He wanted to focus on big single player games, big exclusives, and not really caring so much for the multiplayer side. And I know there's been reports saying that Jim Ryan is much more business focused, much more like, hey, let's get crossplay going.
Like, where's the money at?
Yeah, like let's get other stuff going.
I see.
So those two ideas might have clashed in.
I see. It could be. It's because if he's trying to focus on where all the money is, and Sean Layden has this idea of what PlayStation is and wants to remain that, then yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then so crossplay is happening. That's really cool. And then Sony's actually cutting their prices of their streaming services too, which is
that's nice.
Another kind of pro-consumer, also business move. So basically, Sony's lowering their prices for PlayStation Now to compete with other streaming services.
So do you think we can attribute a lot of these changes to this new head? This new chairman?
I don't think so. Not that quickly.
No.
I think the results of PlayStation doing what they're going to do in the next 2 years will be like the same stuff Sean Layden would have done. Like, because to have a changing of the guard of that high up a position, usually effects like that don't take into effect until like way later. Because there's definitely stuff Layden did, like, you know, just like in the background, be like, hey, get this going, like, do all these things.
Yeah.
So yeah, PlayStation Now is actually getting quite the price cut. So PlayStation Now service is a service that you can stream games, I think it's PS1 to, you can stream all PlayStation games to your PlayStation 4, but you can only download PlayStation 4 games. So
Okay.
it's kind of similar to Game Pass, just not as robust in its offerings, really. So the price now is going to be $10 a month, or $25 per quarter, or $60 a year. That's way better than what it was, which was $20 a month, $45 a quarter, and $100 a year. So they slashed that thing basically in half, which is quite the price drop.
Interesting.
And they're also going to include God of War, GTA 5, Infamous Second Son, and Uncharted 4 in their PlayStation Now lineup.
Wow. That's
And they're
actually
also saying
really
each
good.
month the service will add a new selection of marquee games, which is the game list I just said, will be available for a limited period on top of the existing content these services provide. So it seems like they're going to put like high-end games each month within the service for a limited time. What do you guys think about that strategy compared to Game Pass?
So, all their games are going to do with limited time?
No. So you have just like 800 something games you could just jump on and play at any time on PlayStation Now. They're gonna have their big hitters like those I just mentioned. They're gonna be on there for a selection of time, and then after that they'll be taken off, and then they'll rotate games like that. Do you think this is like a counter to Xbox Game Pass and maybe some little future proofing?
I thought Game Pass did that too. Does
Game
it?
Pass, you can download all of the Xbox games. This,
And-
you can only download PlayStation 4 games.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's different in that way. So if you download it and it gets taken off of Game Pass, you already downloaded it. It's still yours,
Well, no.
or no?
No. Because if it's taken off of Game Pass, you don't have access
You don't
to
have
it
that.
anymore.
Okay.
Even if you download it, because it's not on
I
the
see.
service.
Okay. I feel like it's just like a different way to tackle the same solution, whereas, you know, they have a limited amount of space available and they want to, you know, for their cloud service, so they gotta prioritize they gotta find their own way to prioritize, and that's just their own way of doing it. I don't think it's any worse or better than Xbox.
What do you think, Sig?
I think it's dumb. It doesn't really. I mean, it's similar. It's just I don't know what the point of it is. Why rotate them?
Well, to get people like signed up, I guess, maybe to create like buzz or hype for that
Well, then they may
that
extend
time.
a limited amount.
Like, oh man, God of War's on here until January. I better jump on that service so I can play it.
Wouldn't they have
But if
like
it's
a-
there indefinitely, then they'd still sign up.
But wouldn't they have like a limited amount of space to store all these games on this?
I mean,
on this
games leave
service?
Xbox Game Pass,
That's
so
not a problem. I don't think.
You don't think so?
No. What are you saying about the?
I mean, games leave Xbox Game Pass to make room for new games.
yeah.
So
Just copy that. I mean, just copy that model. Just do it. Maybe they're just trying to do something different to be different.
Well, I don't like the Game Pass model personally for developers. The day and date, I think it's terrible thing to do.
Yeah, developers totally lose a lot of money on the first opening weekend.
Like, I'm glad Sony is not following Microsoft and doing first party releases day and date on this service because it devalues the game. I think in my opinion, I think it devalues the game.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, not much to
Yeah.
say there. I guess move on. Let's see. We don't have much time left. What do you wanna talk about here? We can cover deals. We can cover rumors.
We're gonna talk about
We can
that.
do
I'm
some
not
super
talk about
quick
some of
stuff,
the interesting stuff I'd like to talk about. I
Okay.
guess you know some of the stuff.
Take it away.
Yeah, we already know about this Switch Lite. Let's see what's going on. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. Ubisoft. Is it Ubisoft or Ubisoft?
It's Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Is it
Ubisoft.
No, it's Ubisoft because it's ubiquitous software, so it's Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. All right then.
Yeah.
All right
Ubisoft.
then. Ubisoft is coming out with a free educational coding game featuring the Rabbids, which are the little the little manic rabbit creatures from the Rayman series, I believe, and they were
I
also
didn't
in
play it, I
some
don't know.
Mario thing. It's like I don't know what exactly
Like
they're
Rayman
from.
Legends?
I think so.
I guess. I have no
A
familiarity with that game.
Rabbids. Dang it, Rabbids. Look it up, please.
Rabbids.
Rabbids. like Rabbids. What is it? Where's it from? It's a game. I know they're like these little critters. They were in a Mario thing, and I'm 100%, almost 100%. They were in Rayman first. There it is. All right, Rayman, Raving Rabbids. That's what it was from. There you go. So, anyways, this is a free educational coding game featuring these little critters. This is part of an initiative taken up by Ubisoft to prepare youths for a future in an increasingly digitized world. It does not focus on any actual coding language per se, but rather focuses more on concepts and coding logic through the use of little games and stuff. And if you've ever taken a coding class before, they actually tackle it kind of similar, where they throw a scenario at you and they tell you to do something. It's like, get this thing from point A to point B, and just like with coding, there's probably thousands of possible ways you can do that, and the game kind of gives you hints and stuff like on how to get there, but for the most part, it just kind of lets you problem solve on your own. So this is free if you have little kids and you want to get them interested in coding, or if you want to get a little interested in coding,
or just
try
logic
it out.
in general.
It's neat. I mean, that's a neat thing they're doing. The fact that they're having a AAA developer is releasing a free educational game.
Has microtransactions and a grind wall.
Yeah.
Since it's Ubisoft, just like you can buy your way through the game. Don't even have
Is
to
this
play
game
it.
out now?
It's gonna be out on the 8th. So Monday, I think.
Okay.
No, Tuesday. No.
I'm gonna try it out. I'd like to see
Try
if it introduces the concepts of for any listeners out there that may be familiar with coding. Can you imagine if they teach our kids the concepts, like
That'd be
data structure
amazing.
concepts?
That would
of
be amazing, dude.
Arrays, stacks, queues, the different types of loops, for loops, while loops, and recursion, and object oriented. That would be so badass.
I think it actually does. I've seen a little bit. It's more. The game is presented in a top down, grid based game,
Okay.
and it's they're not like word problems and stuff like
Yeah.
usually coding is, but
you can
it's usually like a
visualize
visual
Oh,
problem, like
yeah.
Which is such
like,
a good idea.
Like get the rabbit from this part of the room to this part of the room, and you're gonna need to create, and you only have a certain amount of tools available, maybe, so you
Yeah.
have to create different kinds of systems or things that interact with each
Damn.
other to get the guy from point A to point B.
You know what? I
good
will get this game and I'll review it for next Friday.
Division Matrix. I'm an adult and I still don't understand recursion. Dude, I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. I'm too dumb to figure
What's
that out.
recursion?
So
It doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter.
It's just a way to iterate through a problem, to break it down to its base form.
It doesn't matter.
And then unfold on itself.
So it's pretty cool then.
Yeah.
All right then. Moving on. Bungie is saying that they will release a non-Destiny game, which would be a new IP from these guys by 2025. This is pretty cool because Bungie is now by themselves and they don't have Big Brother hanging over them, telling them what to freaking do. So, and this actually comes to us from Bungie themselves. I'm actually fairly excited about this. They could be coming out with something cool. Moving on a little bit.
this one's cool. I'll do this one.
Go for it.
No one's gonna know this person. I don't even know this person. I just read about this today, but I thought it was really cool. So, and some cool news is good to inject.
I like news.
So, John Kirby, the namesake behind Nintendo's Kirby character, passed away today. And this comes from Reset Era and New York Times, actually. So, this is notable just because I thought it was cool that John Kirby was an American lawyer, actually, that defended Nintendo in the case of Universal Studios versus Nintendo, back when Universal sued Nintendo for their use of Donkey Kong, saying it infringed on their property of King Kong. So they hired John Kirby, and he defended them and won, saying that King Kong was public property, and Nintendo thanked him by creating a character based on his name.
So that little
pink guy?
little pink ball of destruction was based off of this lawyer.
This
named
lawyer
John
that helped
Kirby.
Nintendo out. Kind
And,
of, I don't know, just kind of
And a
Kinda
person
cool
that
there.
was apparently fairly influential, just in general,
he,
not just in gaming
Yeah, well,
world,
that's
huh?
one of the things he did, but he also was a special assistant to the head of the Civil Rights Division in the 60s. So he influenced the Voting Rights Act of 1965. So this guy, he did good work.
This is a
and
cool guy.
It was kind of just like,
Cool guy.
it's like a cool fact.
He will be
to know.
missed.
He passed away today?
Yeah, he
R.I.P.
passed away today.
Alright, let's
I thought
put
it
him
was
up
just-
on the screen.
Just like a cool,
R.I.P. Oh, look at that one.
yeah,
Dude, right here.
That's the boy.
that's him.
Kirby Sad.
Yeah, so that's John Kirby. That's the man that Kirby is.
All right, everyone, pour
Kirby
one out
based
for your
on.
boy. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna ruin this nice game. We'll pour one out for your boy.
But
You will be missed, sir.
good man, really good man.
It did work. No, somewhat sad news here, actually. Alpha Dream, who is the developer for Mario and Luigi RPGs. For those who don't know, this is not Super Mario Brothers. This is the Mario and Luigi RPG. So if you know Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, Mario and Luigi Inside Bowser, Mario and Luigi Dreamland, some crap or other. There was a bunch of these
I
games,
don't know
but they were
what it is.
actually really good. I played a couple of them. They were really, really cool. They were really good games. A lot of people really liked them. But unfortunately, Alpha Dream has filed for bankruptcy. This is actually, it kind of sucks for these people, you know, because these aren't just like some no-name dudes who luckily got their hands on Mario and Luigi IP. These guys are comprised of former Square Enix developers and even the former Square president, Tetsuo Mizuno.
And they also didn't they start off?
They've
as
been
a-
in since
they started off as a
2000.
construction company. That's what I
Construction
heard.
company?
Yeah,
I
they
haven't-
started
I
off as a
haven't heard
construction company,
I
and they were
haven't
like,
heard
we're gonna shift our business,
I
which
haven't
is
heard
huge. Can you imagine if MSAC's like, we're gonna make video games?
I
Like,
know this been
what?
since, but they've been in business since for 19 years. Well, not
sorry
anymore,
guys.
though.
Sorry,
guys.
bankruptcy sucks.
Sorry for y'all. Also interesting, EA will actually now be headquartered in downtown Orlando.
That's so true.
So EA does have
Yep.
a branch in Orlando, focusing on, I guess, learn about the EA Sports, I guess. But now they will be officially headquartered in downtown Orlando. Somebody
Dude,
sucked
what if
a mean wiener
What if
to
we
get
get like a
in there.
project from them? It's like, hey, we need like this thing done. It's like, we're not doing this project.
Yeah.
We're not helping you.
So, but I
Are
guess
they moving the
they have this-
Tiburon location
now
to
they're
downtown
have the
Orlando?
full headquarters will be here. They have an agreement. They have to be here for at least 15 years, and they're paying rent on a $6 million property for 15 years.
That's like nothing to them, dude. That's like
So
a day.
what'll happen to their EA Tiburon and Maitland? Are they shutting that down, or are they running both?
I don't
Well,
know,
I
maybe-
mean, if they have one headquarters, then I guess that would just be like another branch, right?
Interesting. Oh, it's a relocation.
They're relocating.
State of downtown mayor
this is
Doug
actually
Dyer. So they're relocating. They're closing
this
EA
is
Tiburon and Maitland.
This will be
and-
the EA headquarters.
Oh, that's so sick.
Isn't that cool?
That's really sick.
Too bad they only really like focus on sports games and crap. No one
and make terrible
sucks,
games
dude.
like
Yeah,
Anthem.
sports games. Moving on.
It's great for our city. That's great.
It's great for our city.
It's
Really,
very good
really
for our
great
city.
for
That-
Orlando. We're gonna have a surge of jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
Which would be nice.
Anything that can
Hey,
help,
maybe we'll detail something.
Bring more
okay.
industry here.
bring more tech. Put more focus on tech towards Orlando. That
And EA is working on their own game streaming service, so
More
there's
jobs.
software jobs right there for
Yeah.
you. So
Let's
so
see.
cool.
that's good.
Um,
Let's do the deals and rumors, dude. We're
yeah.
already out of time anyway.
We're out of time. Moving on. Deals, real quick, guys. So some of the games that are going to be at Xbox Game Pass for October. October 3rd, that was yesterday. You can get Dishonored 2, World War Z, and Yooka-Laylee. Dishonored 2 and World War Z are very good. World War Z is really, really good. I like that one a lot. October 17th, next week, we're going to be coming into Fallout New Vegas. Felix the Rapper?
Yeah, that's yep.
Felix the Rapper.
I copy and pasted it, man.
And
Like
Panzer Dragoon Orta.
these are real games.
Panzer Dragoon Orta, I want to bet $5 it's about tanks.
I have no idea. Maybe
It's about tanks. It's about World War II tanks.
Maybe it's tanks and dragons put together.
Dragoon, whatever, people. Get October 7th, just download Fallout New Vegas. The other ones, who cares, honestly? I mean, Fallout New Vegas is like one of the good Fallouts, dude. Panzer Dragoon. Okay, it's not a tank. It's an actual dragon.
No tanks
Not
were
good.
made
It's not
in
good.
this
When you
game.
say Dragoon, I think about Crab Rangoon.
Dragoon.
And then we got 6 months of Spotify Premium coming with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for new subscribers. And then with those new subscribers, the first 2 months cost $2.
Two schmeckles.
So that's pretty good. You want to get in there, play some Gears 5, play some Forza, play whatever. Get in there for $2, man. Perfect. Cancel right after. Good deal. Then Return to the Obra Dinn comes to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on October 18th. I'm actually excited about that. I'm going to play that game. It's kind of a 1-bit, black and white detective game. So looks cool. Definitely interested in that. Then Red Dead 2, I just heard this news like literally like a minute before we went live almost. So Red Dead 2 is coming to PC on November 5th via the Rockstar Games launcher that we talked to you guys about, I think, a week or two ago. And Epic Games Store. Ooh, baby. Can't wait to read those headlines.
So not Steam.
And Steam in December. It will come to Steam in December. So that's why they're probably not getting ripped apart.
Why a month? Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know, dude.
Just why?
Just to cash in on that Epic Games Store
just to
money.
be like, oh, you go to Epic Games Store. Like, why? It's a month,
Yeah.
dude. Who cares?
And that comes to us from
it's so
Rockstar
annoying.
Intel, actually. Thank you, Rockstar Intel. And then, yeah, like Six said earlier, Call of Duty Mobile released on October 1st. Says it's really good.
Apparently it's pretty good. Check it out. We got a nice pooping game for you. Moving on, I guess some little rumors going on here. The PS5 codename Prospero. I like the way I said it better.
I mean,
could
you could
have
be
an
wrong, that's
AI
fine.
assistant called PlayStation Assistant, powered by a voice built into it, according to a recent patent found by Daniel Ahmad.
Yep. So that could be interesting. I don't know. So basically when I read about this, it's going to be like... So imagine you're playing like Call of Duty, right? And you're like, all right, where's the next health pack? I need a health pack. The PlayStation Assistant will just like ping that health pack into your game. Like
What?
onto your game. It'll be like, oh, there it is right there.
Really?
It's kind of like, you know how Google Stadia said like, oh, you can use the voice assistant to like help you out in a game? It's kind of like that. It's kind of like what that's trying to
So
be.
it's not like Cortana in the terms of being like an assistant for your console, where you're like...
I think it's more of a game assistant.
It's
It's
for the
like-
game itself.
It's like Jarvis when you're in the Iron Man suit. Hey,
Yeah.
Jarvis, break down his moves for me.
So
and
it
then-
can be like, you know, hey PlayStation Assistant, you know, beat this game for me. Beat,
No,
it.
no, I don't think
beat
so.
this boss for me.
Fetch that item. Grab that item or something like
It
that.
immediately just brings up Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Like,
Give me 20 kills.
But I mean, that's kind of cool. A
Yeah.
little bit of rumor there. But and then there's another rumor going around. So there was a report from Gizmondo, who is a reputable site, about how Microsoft and Sony both may have high-end webcams to attract streamers to their platforms. But this is not true. This is a false report. So if you see this going around, Xbox actually sent them a cease and desist letter, being like, "Hey, stop spreading like slander or rumors.
we're
Like
not
this is
doing
not
that."
this is not real." Because Xbox is super scared of cameras in their systems because of Kinect.
Scared of it.
Because people will be like, "Oh man, a camera? They're gonna do that whole Kinect thing again? F Xbox."
The Kinect thing again.
So
Oh, yeah,
don't believe that
people really
report if you
didn't
see
like
it.
the Kinect, dude. Okay. See, oh yeah, pretty cool here. The Fallout Legacy collection was allegedly leaked from Amazon Germany. Nice going, guys.
Dude, who cares about leaking Fallout anymore, dude? Like,
I care. I care, because this one doesn't include Fallout 76. This includes
Okay,
all
alright.
the other ones. For $44 for all the other Fallout games and their DLCs.
like 1 through 4?
Like, all of them. All the
Wow.
old, like, all the old ones, like the Fallout 3, New Vegas, 4, all of them. Except for 76, so all the good ones.
Wow, that's a good deal.
And for $44, you're also getting all the DLC. And, yeah. So, I mean, if you ever wanted to try the Fallout series, and for some reason you want to just go balls to the wall and get all of them,
That's a lot of
now
faith.
you can
you're
do
gonna
that.
like
That's
it.
a lot of faith. First of all, I would personally recommend just buying one of them for like $5 off of Steam, like Fallout 3 or New Vegas. I would recommend 3 first. So I mean I think that's neat. I wouldn't be getting it because I've already played them all many times, but somebody should.
And then we have one more thing on the rumor mill, and that's a battle royale mode for the next Call of Duty Modern Warfare coming out.
Whippy.
So basically, data miners have data mined the files in the beta because that's what they do. That's what
Yeah,
everyone does,
That's their
I
voice.
guess.
That's what they.
And it looks like standalone battle royale may be released early 2020 and kind of sold separately for free. So I think that'd be good. I think that would be okay. Little free battle royale. Jump into it if you want. Sure.
expected.
Will I do it?
It's
No.
expected. This is like if you're releasing a shooting game nowadays and it doesn't have a battle royale. That's like That's like releasing a game without multiplayer. You know, you're just like,
Which is fine.
which is totally fine,
fine.
by our standards.
Which is great, actually.
You know, but that's just the standard, the industry standard. Just better have Battle Royale. Like, you're playing Candy Crush, better have Battle Royale in there. So.
Yeah, but that's that actually closes out what we didn't actually get to hit all the topics today because we had a
Most
really
of
good
them.
discussion in the beginning, which is fine. That's totally fine. But
Most
go to the website and check out our doc. It'll be there. All the topics will be there with the sources and just if you want to catch up on whatever we didn't talk about.
Yeah. You should play Bloodborne with us.
Our website is fpsguys.com, by the way.
You should play Bloodborne with us.
Oh yeah, I should stream that. I should do that because it
All
is
right.
tomorrow.
Just a little quick one, because we just want to go over it real quick.
you
All right,
got?
so
What you got?
this is an annual Halloween event for Bloodborne called Return to Yharnam. Our boy actually did it last year.
I did. It was
This
fun.
is not, what's cool about this is not actually a officially sanctioned event from the game developers or anything. This is literally the community getting together on Reddit, and we're like, hey guys, let's all just flood this game again
That's
the month of October.
really cool.
Bloodborne is very gothic and Halloweeny and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So
It's very dark.
it fits very well with Halloween in general.
Okay.
And so it's like everyone start a new character, dress up like a Grim Reaper or something, and start invading people and just flood the game with activity again.
Yeah, when
really cool.
I did this last time,
That's very cool. Community inspired.
Yeah, when I did this last time, the Fextra Life, which is another website that focuses on Souls-like games, they had their own Discord channel, and then it was just lit up with people. It was like, "Yo, help me with this, help me with this, help me with this."
Yeah.
Like, it was cool,
I
really cool.
love that community. That is my favorite online gaming community because of this kind of stuff.
That's really cool, man.
So, just really cool. Cool stuff. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and close it out today. Thank you for stopping by.
That's okay.
If you did, listeners, we are streaming this podcast live every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/FPSguides. So if you want to come see our attractive faces, please do so. Remember to smash them like and subscribe buttons. You can check out all of our content now on Apple, iTunes Podcasts, Google Play Music, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Alexa, and most importantly, our beautiful website, fpsguides.com. Check out our Discord. Link is in the description on Twitch. Please come in and chat, play with us. Like I was saying, we're trying to play games all the time, and we're just kind of playing with each other. We'd like to make friends.
Don't take that sentence out of context.
No, we play, take it out of context. We play with each other in the exact way that you're imagining it, you dirty person.
I might look out. Yeah, I'll
Anyways,
mention that later.
drop a meme, play with us, please do so. And don't forget to tell your friends about us, guys. We are getting towards our next milestone of 100 followers and as many subscribers as we can get, honestly.
Man, I might stream Bloodborne tomorrow because it does start tomorrow.
You should do it.
I'll stream it
I'll
and
probably jump
then
in.
I'll have the chat name the character that I'm gonna name
Here you go.
the guy.
Hey guys, never be shy to provide feedback for the show. We love it. If you have something to say, some kind of criticism, please let us know, and we will seriously look into your inquiry. Anyways, that should be it. We're gonna end it here. You guys have a good weekend. See you next time, and play games.
Play games, everybody. See ya. And we're fading.